Welcome to the 16th episode of the Crumbl Cookie Weekly Review. Oh my gosh, these cookies cannot come soon enough. I have had a crazy last couple of days. Oh, not gonna get into details, but oh brother, super stressful, and boy, Crumbl, you have come to the rescue, and I can finally relax a little bit and just let these cookies do their magic in my life. So I am not even going to mess around at all. We need to get right into some cookies. Here we have Cake Batter Blondie, peanut butter featuring Snickers, chocolate mallow cupcake, and honey cake featuring Teddy Grahams. Now, let me share some information with you. I looked on the website and I noticed something interesting with the Cake Batter Blondie cookie. It wasn't part of their normal lineup, and then it's popping up as a mystery cookie. I'm like, what is going on here? Because I don't think they were slated for mystery cookies this week. I ended up talking to somebody over at the Crumbl store. They said what ended up happening is some of the sprinkle supplies was uncertain at some of the locations, so they just didn't have the right color. So if you look at the mystery cookie, you're going to see rainbow cake batter and then the regular just because of that. So they kind of scrambled around and turned it into a mystery cookie, but technically it's supposed to be part of this week's lineup. Not sure what you're going to do with that information, but I found it interesting. So let us dive right in. We are going to just go in order here. We are going to start with the Cake Batter Blondie. There, this is lacking a little bit of the sprinkles. I think we got a little bit more on the back side, but pretty colorful cookie, cake batter cookie, and got plenty of white drops in there. So let us see how good this is. Cookie served warm. Mine's a little bit closer to room temperature. Good texture. I definitely get that cake batter flavor out of the cookie. I do taste the white drops. It's pretty simple, pretty much as advertised. No frosting or anything fancy on this cookie, just kind of a straightaway cookie, but of course without that extra buttercream and frosting, it's not going to be insanely sweet. You can see, got some white drops in there. And it's a pretty simple cookie. Just a good cake batter. Like I said, nothing complex about it, but it's kind of nice that it doesn't have the frosting on the outside. A lot of these, the rest of them are going to have that, so not having it too sweet, it's kind of nice to throw it in the mix there. Nice simple little cookie. Last bite. Let's move on to the peanut butter featuring Snickers. Oh, I have some pretty high hopes for this cookie. Oh my gosh. Snickers has got to be my favorite candy bar, and I love peanut butter cookies and this caramel buttercream frosting. Oh, jeez. And milk chocolate drizzle on top. Oh, baby. Peanut butter, of course, gets you right off the bat, but then a whole wave of complex flavors. The caramel buttercream is quite interesting. Not quite as I was envisioning it. I don't really taste so much the chocolate. I do get that taste of the Snickers at the end. Oh man, so much going on here. Incredible amount of flavor. This is something else. Definitely need more bites to figure this thing out. Oh my gosh. Wow, what a What an interesting cookie. I see that on here. Thick amount of that caramel buttercream. I mean, I can just taste so much of this cookie. I mean, I do get the chocolate there at the end. The caramel buttercream is the interesting component on this cookie. I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. This thing is near perfect. This is just lighting up my taste buds in so many different ways. Very complex cookie, unbelievably delicious. Oh man. Oh, fabulous. Last bite. Oh boy, that thing was unbelievable. And now we're moving on to cookie number 3, chocolate mallow cupcake. I mean, come on. Look how pretty that is. That don't remind you of one of them Hostess cupcakes you had as a kid. Oof. This is a very soft cookie. Now it's a chocolate cake cookie, as they say. So you always hear me talking about how much I prefer their chocolate cake cookies over the chocolate brownie cookies. And just a thick layer of that fluffy marshmallow buttercream and some chocolate on top. Man, I am very curious about this. Wow. Get that chocolate cake flavor. Excellent. Love that. Their chocolate cake cookies are phenomenal. Oh, that fluffy marshmallow buttercream on there is really good. And then that chocolate layer on top. Boy, this really has, you know, the flavor and feel of some of those Hostess cupcakes, except, you know, just better ingredients and taste better. Oh man, this is really good. Some of this chocolate glaze on top is covering up just really how thick of a layer that marshmallow frosting is on top. But oh man, that next bite was even better. This is a fun cookie, very delicious. Amazing. Last bite. Oh boy, this is coming to a close very quickly today. 4th and final cookie, honey cake featuring Teddy Grahams. Nice looking cookie, couple of Teddy Grahams on top. You're about to be devoured though. But graham cookie, which I love. Honey buttercream frosting, or a honey butter frosting, and then some honey drizzle on top. Oh man, this sounds amazing. So let's find out. Wow. The actual real honey flavor is really the first thing that hits your palate, and that tastes like some good fresh honey. I mean, the buttercream itself, it's sweet but not crazy sweet, but then you just got this thick graham cookie too. Oh man, again, this is something different and very, very flavorful, and you get a lot of actual honey flavor in this. It's a pretty thick, dense graham cookie. Very flavorful. Kind of got the honey drizzle on the top. And boy, each bite I mean, absolutely. The first thing that gets you is that real good quality, straight up honey flavor from the drizzle on there. Honey's pretty strong when it's, you know, good honey. And you definitely taste that right off the bat. And the rest of it does really go well together. I think it's balanced well. The buttercream, there's a good amount on it, and it is pretty sweet. With the honey on there, it certainly adds to the sweetness. But again, it's balanced pretty well with the graham cookie, so I don't think it's overly sweet. Last bite. All right, and just like that, another 4 cookies down the hatch. Wow, what an amazing lineup this week. So now we're gonna give these cookies individual ratings and a weekly score. All right, I'm back and I'm ready to rate these cookies. Let's start with the cake batter Blondie. Now this cookie was very simple, but it actually hit me better than I thought it was going to. Those chocolate white drops in there mixed with the cake batter, it seems like kind of a, I don't know, maybe strange combination, but to me it played off really well together. Like the balance was great on it, with no frosting or buttercream or any of that stuff on there. The cookie was, again, just not overly sweet, and it's just kind of nice to have a cookie that is just kind of plain and simple, yet still gives you flavor and is satisfying. And these two, the cake batter and the white drops, they worked well together. And yeah, I thought the cookie was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to give that one an 8.5. Next, we have the peanut butter featuring Snickers. Now, this was one of these extraordinarily rare cookies that every bite got better and better and better. And that does not happen very often. This cookie was incredible. In fact, the first bite, there's so much going on flavor-wise. My brain was just trying to process and grasp all the flavors, that it was dealing with. And the peanut butter cookie itself, incredible. And then that caramel buttercream frosting just had me confused a little bit. It was incredible. Wasn't overly sweet. The chocolate drizzle over the top, you actually did get a taste of that, and the peanut butter or the Snickers pieces on top. And then each bite, just I was like, oh, your brain starts to figure it out, and then you just start to enjoy it more and more. This cookie was ridiculous, and it's so close to a 10. I just can't give it a 10 because the caramel buttercream, there was something ever so slightly that just didn't fit balance-wise with the rest of the cookie. I mean, we're talking very nitpicky things, but a 10 is perfection, and I just can't do it without it being perfect. So this one is going to get a 9.5, and a strong 9.5 at that. Next, moving on to the chocolate mallow cupcake. Beautiful looking cookie. You look at it and you're immediately reminded of like a Hostess up cupcake. And when you take that first bite, it tastes just like it as well, except just better, more quality. The chocolate cake cookie was soft, delicate, very flavorful. I love their chocolate cake cookies. And then you had this thick, fluffy layer of that marshmallow buttercream, which was absolutely delicious. And then the chocolate on top, it was, the balance of all these things together really was near perfect for putting together this cupcake-like cookie. It had that flavor, it had the texture, it had the right amount of the right things on there, and this thing was, it was fun to look at, it was fun to eat, and it was delicious. I'm gonna give this one a 9. And lastly, moving on to the honey cake featuring Teddy Grahams. Now, I have to say, the quality of this cookie was just too good. And let me explain what I mean by that. Me personally, I am not a huge fan of honey. I don't dislike it, but it just doesn't, there's just something a little strong about it to me, and it's just not at the very top of my list. And The quality of this honey that they put on this cookie was out of this world. It was really, really good. And that strong, intense honey flavor hits you right off the bat, but then, you know, blends with the rest of the cookie. The graham cookie was excellent. That honey butter frosting on there was really good. Sweet, but not crazy sweet. And then you just had this prevailing honey flavor throughout the whole cookie. If you like honey, this cookie's gonna blow you away. Unbelievable. Just honey doesn't do it for me. So I know people disagree with me this. I'm gonna give it an 8. And that's gonna give the total weekly score of 35.0 with an average cookie score of 8.8. Very good lineup this week. Again, some of these targeted flavors, the honey cake, that I can see being an absolute fan favorite. Again, the chocolate mallow cupcake, also super fun cookie. And of course, that peanut butter Snickers cookie, I could easily say it's the second best cookie I've ever had, right under the raspberry cheesecake. So what a fun lineup this week. Unbelievably good cookies. Enjoyed all of it. And thank you, Crumbl. I had a rough week this week, and these cookies just is exactly what I needed to just turn my week around and just make it a fabulous, wonderful day. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in next week's episode.